Limiting your daily goals to the rule of three, or focusing only on the 20% of tasks that drive 80% of your results, are great frameworks for prioritizing your day. They work flawlessly until the sheer volume of your workload hits a critical threshold, the pressure gets too high, and the manual system breaks. As your career scales, you take on variables you cannot control by yourself. You have to coordinate with a team, wait on external dependencies, and navigate a calendar that gets fragmented into 30-minute slivers. Pure discipline alone simply cannot manage that kind of math. Historically, high-level executives survived this scale through physical isolation. Bill Gates famously took think weeks at a secluded cabin, removing himself from the day-to-day operations to guarantee long stretches of deep, uninterrupted work. Other creators enforced these boundaries through strict digital absence. J.K. Rowling achieved her deep work by completely abandoning social media while writing her novels. But most modern workers cannot simply vanish to a lakeside cabin for a week. We have to stay connected. To survive the modern workflow, we have to rely on AI calendar automation to artificially enforce our boundaries and defend our time for us. Software companies pitch their AI calendars as a universal fix for being too busy. The marketing pages all look identical, but under the hood, the top tools actually operate on entirely contradictory philosophies. Today, we are evaluating the three heavyweights in this space: Motion, Reclaim AI, and Clockwise. Making the wrong choice here carries a heavy operational cost. If you adopt software that doesn't match how your team actually works, you don't save time. Instead, you create a new management tax where you spend hours just babysitting the AI. This flowchart illustrates the evaluation framework. To succeed, you have to accurately diagnose your specific workflow bottleneck. We break these down into three distinct paths: individual distraction, project coordination, and meeting bloat. Deploying an enterprise meeting optimizer for a solo workflow or using a solo habit tracker to manage a 30-person team creates instant friction. The software stops being the cure and quickly becomes the problem. Let's look at the first bottleneck, the individual contributor or solopreneur. You are struggling with your own personal output and battling constant daily distractions. For this, we look at Reclaim AI. We can classify Reclaim as the individual defender. It is designed to protect your specific calendar without requiring you to overhaul your entire company's workflow. This matrix table compares the operational inputs of our three options. Notice the highlighted Reclaim AI row. It is built to sit right on top of the project management stack you already use, whether that's Asana or Jira. You simply program in specific daily habits, like a 1-hour block for writing. The AI then acts defensively. It automatically schedules time for your tasks and one-on-one meetings, but it keeps those blocks flexible, shifting them to later in the day if a truly urgent meeting gets booked over them. The trade-off is scale. Because Reclaim focuses strictly on defending an individual's calendar, it does not have the complex dependency tracking required to run large, multi-person marketing campaigns. Reclaim AI is the intelligent digital equivalent of time blocking. It works perfectly for a solopreneur optimizing personal output, but it will not help a manager who needs to track a team's overlapping deliverables. That brings us to our second bottleneck, the new manager or small team lead. You have a team of 3 to 50 people. You are drowning in deadline coordination, and you are struggling to properly delegate tasks. This is where Motion steps in. Motion is the project consolidator. It is an all-in-one replacement tool that takes your project management board and your calendar scheduling and merges them into a single engine. Looking back at our matrix, the Motion row shows a completely different input requirement. To get your $29 a month worth of value, you must completely abandon your existing tools. Every task, deadline, and team dependency has to be migrated into Motion. Once you do, Motion acts as a ruthless executor. The AI automatically schedules and reprioritizes your team's tasks around their existing meetings to ensure deadlines are hit. But you have to accept the initial disruption cost. Partial adoption of Motion fails. If you do not feed it absolutely all of your team's data, the AI cannot optimize the week. Motion cures project chaos and makes delegation seamless, but it demands the painful, uncompromising commitment of total tool consolidation. Finally, we have the third bottleneck, the department leader. You aren't managing individual task deadlines, you are battling severe organizational meeting bloat and a gridlocked culture. Overcoming this requires strategic letting go. When Satya Nadella took over Microsoft, he drove scale and innovation by systematically releasing the rigid internal systems and legacy structures that were slowing the company down. Clockwise is the digital engine for strategic letting go at scale. We call it the Organizational Optimizer, and it focuses exclusively on team-wide calendar architecture. On the matrix, the clockwise row shows its unique requirement, department-wide adoption. You have to forfeit individual control and give the software permission to automatically move your flexible meetings around. By doing this, the AI analyzes dozens of calendars simultaneously. It actively compresses scattered meetings into tight blocks, opening up massive, contiguous chunks of uninterrupted focus time across your entire team. The trade-off here is obvious. This tool offers exactly zero value to a solopreneur. Its entire mechanism relies on the network effect of your coworkers using it at the exact same time. Clockwise isn't a task manager at all. It is a structural intervention designed strictly to reform organizational meeting culture. The ultimate rule for software procurement is simple. Never buy based on AI buzzwords. Buy based on the precise reality of your organizational scale. If you are an individual contributor or solopreneur, your priority is defending your deep work without the headache of migrating tools. Layer Reclaim AI over your task manager as a defensive shield. If you are a project lead managing a team of up to 50 people, your priority is overcoming the hidden costs of poor delegation and tracking strict deadlines. Move the entire team into motion to completely eliminate manual project tracking. Finally, if you are a department or enterprise leader, tracking individual tasks is no longer your problem. Your priority is overcoming a stagnant, meeting-heavy culture. Deploy Clockwise across the department to force meeting compression. True productivity is never found in adopting every new feature on the market. Instead, it is found in accurately diagnosing your exact bottleneck and trusting the specific tool designed to cure it.